Well, a clear and hot sunny day because the atmosphere is on the recharge. Now, we watched a lot of that severe weather push off towards the east, and like Haley said, it was the first time we issued the high risk in severe weather across Kansas and Nebraska. Now, a little bit of cloud cover pushing in from the west as we make our way into this evening, but we topped out there at 97 degrees. Looking at the temperature change, where we leveled off in those 70s, making a good 26-degree run. That's more what we're looking for, but by this weekend, we could see a lot more severe weather push in, and it could be lasting for quite a while. 97 in San Angelo. Everybody else joining us in a combination of those 90s. Looking at the cool down right now as we see a lot of those hotter temperatures, looking like 11 degrees across the entire region. That's exactly what we want as we're looking at a pretty pleasant night to get out there and enjoy some of those festivities before things start to ramp back up. Things drying off pretty quickly as those humidity indices are down there in those 20s and those 30s across the west, and of course they're about 11% off towards the west, and then down towards the south they're still 61 and 31, so we're still holding on to a little bit of moisture, but we'll see how much they come up by tonight. Upper level pattern really driving a lot of these factors right now as you see this stubborn low pressure really hanging out around the Dakotas. Turns into a weird long wave trough, making aim right there near Nevada and Utah as we start to see some of that moisture pull its way back up across this region. And right now Kentucky definitely in the crosshairs. Here's the moisture that we're going to follow. Take a good look at this strong concentration across the region. Usually it's not this big and profound, but as we make our way closer towards the weekend, you're going to watch that cold front push through, push down towards the east coast, and it's going to pull more moisture up near that Houston region where they already saw a lot of flooding. Here's the severe weather outlook for today. Moderate risk across Illinois and parts of Kentucky, and of course it's taking aim right now southeast of the Concho Valley. Satellite showing you where a lot of those tornadoes are erupting along this cold front as it pushes its way off towards the east. And then of course looking down here at the Concho Valley, we're just seeing a few of those high clouds push in from the west. Looking like a pretty quiet night, if not a couple quiet days, as we see a lot of that high pressure sticking around. By tomorrow morning, we're going to see a little bit of that cloud cover push back in. And if everybody knows, when we're doing a lot of those runs in the morning, definitely the humidity giving us a hard time. But as we start to see some of those afternoon conditions push through, we're going to start to see things clear up, and we're going to make another run at those 100 degrees. So tonight, holding on to a lot of heat as we drop back down into those 70s, still holding on to a lot of that southwesterly flow, pushing that humidity into the Concho Valley. Then tomorrow, making a good run at those upper 90s, but I bet we touch 100 degrees while those southerly winds still keep that things humid as we recharge the atmosphere. Now, you only have 5 days left until Mother's Day, and things are going to start cooling off. By about Thursday, we're dropping down into the 80s. Going to see some of those rain chances return by the weekend. By the time we round that corner for Mother's Day, we're down into the 70s. Then we're going to push back up into those 80s, while those lows are going to be locked in those 60s. Stay tuned for more up at the break. You're watching KSAN News at 5.